Hey guys, welcome back and happy Saturday. All right, guys, well, we're back to talk about the husbands of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, at least two of them, Mauricio and PK. And I don't want to be the see you next Tuesday of the week for PK, but Kelly Dodd is now slamming both of them, calling them pigs after their controversial behavior at the homeless, not toothless charity that Dorit held at her house. So it's Dorit's husband, it's Kyle's husband. Kelly's talking about it. Teddy's defending it. Let's jump right in. Before we do, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And now, let's do it.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so thanks to Reality Blurb for covering this. Just a game during a homeless, not toothless charity event on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It seems like Mauricio and PK played a game that went too far. Now, a lot of fans were not happy with this game, and it sounds like a lot of former housewives were also not happy with this game. According to former housewife Kelly Dodd, in the episode, PK commented that the women looked nice before asking Mauricio a controversial question. If we had to take the wives out of it, who wins? Mauricio answered Lisa Rinna, while PK chose Erica Jane, as both husbands noticed Erica's short dress. Again, I don't want to be the see you next Tuesday of the week, but yes, this seems pretty inappropriate considering your wives are right there and you're on camera. So why even play that game? Right? On an August 11th episode of the Rick and Kelly show, Kelly revealed her disgust with the men's actions. Oh God, these guys are freaking pigs. I mean, that's okay. I mean, if I didn't have my husband, Rick Leventhal, I would be a man hater. I'm not lying. I think men are pigs, exhibit A. This is what she said, and it was picked up by Heavy. Teddy Mellencamp, another former Bravo star and former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills castmate, who still has friends in the group, including Kyle Richards, Lisa Rinna, and a few others, gave her opinions as well, saying that she did not mind the game. I love games, and I always played those kinds of games. Like at my 40th, I made all the husbands play that game, but I don't feel like Mauricio has ever played that game when I tried to get people to play. I don't think he's played before. This is what she's saying on Two Teas in a Pod. Again, Fox Force 4, Fox 5, Foe, whatever they call themselves, they defend themselves all the time. That's why they're even, Tamra made a good point on Two Teas in a Pod. I love listening to Tamra, but she made a great point. She's like, this dynamic needs to be busted up. Like it needs to be, separated because we have two clear sides on the show. And it seems like nobody can get anywhere moving forward because the cast is so divided and they've chosen their alliances. It's time to break up the monotony here. Teddy's co-host Tamra Judge, however, said that she thinks that's just a game of trouble. She added, I think, I was just like PK's going like, who would you? Or something like that. I'm like, no, don't. I agree with Tamra Judge. As Teddy asked Tamra to pick one of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills' husband, Tamra chose Mauricio, but she hinted that she's still not on board with PK's game. The thing is that it's different when it's a guy. It might be a double standard, but if, it is different when it's a guy. Like, what wife would you want? To me, I don't know. The tone was different. Teddy seemingly agreed with the sentiment, saying it wasn't like you said if you had to pick another person, but it was like, which one would you take? And they're all standing there and Erica is practically naked. Okay, so then listen, I'm not on the defending Erica train, but that just makes it okay to comment on Erica. No. She's in the world's shortest dress. It felt a little, but I don't think they meant any harm by it. I don't think that anyone meant any harm by it, but I do think that you guys are grown men, businessmen. You guys know that you're on camera. You know that there's like 4 different cameramen right in your face. It's just not an appropriate game. And of course they're getting slammed for it. It makes sense. On, Sutton Strack's Instagram, she appeared to address the game in a caption in a recent post saying, who cares what the boys say in the corner? So she's saying listen, it doesn't matter what they say. They're not the show. The show is about the women. So who cares what they say? Several fans then offered support in the comments saying, you don't want those boys in the corner. You both deserve so much more. And another person said, the two of you are too classy for them. The two of you being Sutton and Garcelle. They know that you are out of their league. One viewer declared, exactly, we don't care. And that really should have ended up on the cutting room floor with the, what PK suggested in the footage. That shouldn't have made it on the show. If you see, and I just talked about this in another video, if you see or watch Two Teas in a Pod or listen to, then you'll hear so much hypocrisy coming from Teddi and also so much defense going towards any of her friends. And of course, she's going to defend her friends, yes, but then that makes it more of a biased sort of podcast. And she's never going to call out some of the wrongdoings of any of the women like Erica, Lisa Rinna, Kyle Richards, Dorit Kemsley. I feel like she's not going to call anything out with them because those are her friends. But yet she has no problem going on and talking about Lisa Vanderpump, who doesn't even care, doesn't talk about her at all. Or one of the other women, like whether it's Garcelle or Sutton, she doesn't care to talk about them. Those aren't her friends. You see where I'm going with this? Now, we know that on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this upcoming week, we are going to Aspen. And when we do, we're seeing Kyle Richards' house, but Kyle Richards actually just recently sold that house for $9 million. It was a week after it was listed. And everyone keeps messaging me asking, is this the week we're going to see the big Kathy Hilton blow up? From my knowledge, from what I'm hearing from people on the inside, we're not going to catch any of that on camera. It's going to be something that was off camera, but the women are going to talk about it in their confessionals. And I think what's going to happen is whatever was said is either going to be kept under wraps or it's going to be revealed towards the end of the season or maybe even at the reunion. Lisa Rinna, for some reason, if you're watching the show, like Z-Way commented, there was an agent from Luber Rockland, that's an agency in Hollywood. You see where people are starting to get really annoyed and disgusted with Lisa Rinna's lash outs. And she said, listen, I'm grieving and I deserve some grace. Yes, you're grieving. We understand. But then going on and attacking people the way that she does, Garcelle, the Real Housewives of Dubai, Sutton Strack, Crystal Kung Minkoff. I mean, you could go down the line, Kathy Hilton, Paris Hilton. It's like, at this point, how much grace do you offer someone who clearly just wants to rip people apart? I want to offer her grace and be like, listen, I'm so sorry that you lost your mother. And I am sorry that she lost her mother. And we all love Lois as viewers. I thought, Lois was always happy and she was a breath of fresh air and she was great. It was great to see her dynamic with her and Lisa and her granddaughters. That has to be hard. But I don't think it necessarily warrants you attacking people the way that you do. But I want to hear what your thoughts are. What do you think about Kelly Dodd? And Kelly Dodd never holds back, but slamming PK and Mauricio as pigs, do you think that's taking it a little too far? Or do you absolutely agree with what Kelly Dodd had to say? I'm so curious, and I know you guys are going to come in with the unfiltered opinions, and that's exactly what I'm asking for. So go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And Monday is our next live. We're back for Hot Messy Topics. Then, of course, Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is 4 p.m. Pacific. These freaking time zones. 4 p.m. Pacific, we're doing our members only Let's Whine About It. So hopefully you guys can join in, call in. Let's have a more personal conversation about some other things that have been going on. I love you guys. I hope you stay safe this weekend. Happy Saturday. Enjoy yourself. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.